Hi everybody, I'm Tina. This is To the Inner Wild, excuse me, and welcome. It is a Saturday. Just ran a few errands, and let me tell you a little bit about my day, because it was like not so straightforward. Some U-turns, some like hit and misses, but like all in all, they're just like, it's like I never clocked out. Because just petty energy is wanting to be acknowledged, and it's crazy. So they're getting, I guess, semi-acknowledged here, but it was just like, if it's like some love interest, okay, let's say it's a love interest, right? And they're doing the whole like juvenile thing, like picking on you because they like you or whatever, but in some essence, it's almost like they're so used to dealing with toxic energies that they become toxic themselves. Or, it's kind of like a self-fulfilling prophecy. That's the phrase that I was looking for yesterday, like the cyclical, like just supportive thing, where it's not really supportive, but, it's validating within itself. And so I just... It's just crazy. Like, you're going to go ahead and almost make me drop my coffee while I'm trying to donate some clothes, like close up the place. What else? What other weird things? Oh, steal my mail. Like, on the only item that I was really, really, really looking forward to. Like, because you're monitoring everything, like, you want to go ahead and play games to the point where, like, I'm just like, whatever, like, we'll just figure it out. It can be, like, worked out. And still denying that. And then I hear on my playlist, Dead Kennedys, like, stealing people's mail, which I have not heard ever. It's just, like, these games people play. It's like, do you honestly think psychologically that I'm going to be like, oh, okay, yeah, you can have me now? Like, I don't understand. Like, what's the... It doesn't make any sense to me. So, anyway. It's like, it's just confirming how I made the right decisions. And then, what else do we want to say? I don't know, it's just ridiculous, that's all. And then, just like a bunch of stupid things, But like, just mind games, mind control, to the point where, they're directing, like, there's interference where they have, readers on my feed, like, I'm just bumping out of curiosity, like, okay, so what do my coworkers think of me or whatever, and then they talk about how positive this and that, like trying to brainwash me, like trying to gaslight me through readings, misaligning them to my energy. So even though it might be true for others, like within a certain timeline, it's certainly not true for me, because it was a load of bullshit, like absolutely opposite. I'm like, no, I do that, I team play, I do this and I do that, like it was a load of bullshit. So anyway, it's just ridiculous. So anyway, we're gonna do a reading. We're gonna use, I really like the vibe of this. I've been very happy so far. And then like the color coding like struck me for the transparent tarot, so we're gonna do that because we need a little bit more clarity. Yeah, we'll just go with that. Where did I put that? Excuse me. Where are you? Where did I put you? Where are my leaves? I don't know. Okay. We'll get another set. Just need a single. Hope you're well. Anyway. It's all just practice, really, like reasoned practice. And I'm supposed to plan some like holiday beach bonfire thing when it's supposed to, like, everybody wants to be like catered to and all of that, but this one's supposed to be humble and like and chill. But like there have been so many things where I just like kind of put it on the back burner, and there's been no like question about it whatsoever. So you know, since I already put in my notice, it's like I'm not really kind of tied to the outcome, the turnout, you know, because like my boss is already showing a lack of investment and interest. It's crazy, like taking it on a personal level, you know what I mean? Like doing the whole high school thing, like it blew my mind away. So we're gonna do another thing here. Yeah. I'm glad I'm not heartbroken. I've got the practice, and I'm able to see, like, it's funny, like it's like she's not going to be as successful without me. Like, I know that because she's already put some things into play as far as my inputs were involved. So anyway, whatever. Whatever. Anyway, oh, my ex got COVID on his little second trip out to do like his old, you know, bachelor thing. He got COVID, so he's spending another night there. So that's excellent. I'm excited because that means that like I could get, you know, I have more free reign here. You know, it's good, and I know for a fact that he's been doing me wrong because he got the shots and all of like the immune boosters and all of that stuff, and like talks about like harps on how people are so irresponsible or whatever, but he got it while being out and you know, irresponsible himself, you know, so anyway. What angels of light and love, I welcome you in to direct and protect these messages, as well as the current and my space, and your channeler, of course. Anyway, my package will get back to me in one way or another. In some form or another, whether it's returned to me, or karma returned to the person who stole it, or just a refund, or combination of the above. So, if not all of the above. Anyway, I'm supposed to focus on like the better things, like Spirit's like saying you got it going on. So okay, here we go. This is the card, so let's do the 5-5-5-5 thing again. Okay, okay, my turn. Okay. We shall see. We shall see. Okay, card number 12. This is, what is card number 12 in the major arcana? Is that, it's after justice or strength. Well, the first time that I put it like this, you know, face down, that must mean something. Leave no stone unturned. I don't know. Let's just look through here. The Hanged Man. Okay, so the Hanged Man. Okay. So we could have seen a scorned, or a woman scorned, doves, a bug, or an Egyptian sarcophagus. I think the closest one that I kept seeing, like on the outskirts, was a bug, which most of us have also. Let's go ahead and take a look here. Okay. So what is the basis of our reading? The energy. I think it's just like looking at, you know, the positive things, you know, like our, what we can salvage out of the situation that we're in right now. And that's like unspoken, you know, within that vibe. That's what I'm feeling like, you know, with all of the, you know, constant, things that arise, like all of the disruptions, let's say, okay, all of the disruptions, like where somebody thinks like they went up to you, or they're making your life difficult because you said no, or, you know, just like, it's so petty. And like every time I hit that little like supposed roadblock, I just speak it out into existence. Like, you're just adding to your receipt. You know what your receipt looks like? It looks like a fucking CVS receipt. That's what it looks like. You can scroll it. You can scroll it on both sides, okay? So I'm not like worried about it. I think it's just it's very telling. And you know, I think that's as much as like I can say about that. You just kind of like move on in your merry way, and you're like, okay, I'll drop it off another time, you know, I'll do. You just kind of, it's a way to like creatively reconcile, not just forgive, but like also balance out when you're looking at reconciling, right? Or reconciliation of your accounts, right? And so what do we see here? Okay, originally I saw like a mask, almost with like fangs here. So it's very like tribal, I would say, because there's like dancing figures here, like Kachina type of warriors. But this is like, it's almost like tribal, like kind of like African American, like Kenya, kind of like that, you know. This I have some type of posting on a female warrior leader in one of my Instagram posts. It's 3:54 right now, so I think that's part of like a call out to a phone number, a goodness gracious, an angel number, which is basically like a phone number. Pick up the line. They left a message. So it's like coming out of both ears, like this tribal dance. There's something very like, it's not just like a ritual. It's very sacred, and on a daily, this is a celebration. This is reminding us why we're alive. It's even when we're going in one ear, it's out the other. It's the same deal. It's an imprint of our ancestors. And like we can like be a little savage in what we're doing, but this is like the face, the facade is presented within the heart chakra, and then blue, the cap of like truth. Orange is about the sacral chakra, and then yellow for, of course, the solar plexus. So this is the background almost I'm getting. But it looks like almost like gills too. So there might be like some kind of water creature type of ancestry background for some. That's what I'm getting. But most definitely, you see that like sacred warrior? And how this ties in, like how we're backed by our ancestors who are feminine, it looks like. definitely, but strong. You see like the broad shoulders. 100%. So the second thing I saw while this is an upright are like two bluebirds. You know, like my Instagram story about with the owls, it's that proximity, you know, those are the tails kind of linked together, but very, very much closely aligned. How they make one whole. Like it takes two to, you know, yeah, definitely. These are tropical birds, but like bluebirds, because you see those tails. Some kind of like tropical variation of a bluebird. I don't know the significance of a bluebird, but then the other side, I saw, I was more on the centered portion, where it looked like, you know, like old time policemen in the UK, you know, with a cap and then this thing and then broad hips. You know, it really looks like to me like an old town, like an old time policeman. Sorry, so my ears have been bothering me for a while, like for a year. I don't know what the side pieces are. Maybe they're side pieces. Chicken heads. These are chicken heads, side pieces. So this is like somebody who's like large and in charge. They call the shots, right? They get a little aggro, but you know, they're kind of all up in their ego. You see their wings. You know, like Red Bull gives you wings, but it's like solar plexus. Your identity, like what you identify with. So this person can escape at any time that they want. Very much rooted within their personal truths. The green here, of course, is like, this is what they love doing, I guess. I mean, like I could... There's a lot of heart there. Probably just misaligned, because you see these two side pieces, you see their faces right there, like just talking, like, hey, trying to get attention, wanting it to get a touch, a feels, something. But then on the top, like their thought processes, like their thought bubbles, they look like chicken heads. Do you see that? Bok chicken heads. That's crazy. That's crazy. But like I'm getting a like lovely Rita meter maid. Nothing can come between us. When it goes dark, I blow your heart away. Standing by this parking meter, when I caught a glimpse of Rita, filling in a ticket in a little white book, and the bag across her shoulder made her look like a military man. Lovely Rita meter maid. Something. Anyway, look, like I think that came from the Sgt. Pepper's album. But anyway, like right here in the middle, it kind of looks like fish, like, so it's like kind of the Yellow Submarine here too. Which was a separate album, separate song. So it's just like a culmination of like their later years, like the free-flowing years of like Woodstock and like the 70s or whatever, that are very much kind of like accepted hedonism, publicly accepted hedonism within this picture. Isn't that crazy? I thought we were talking about what like we can salvage, but I think like somebody is like constantly up in my like in my space, like constantly spying on me. Seriously, like I take care of myself. Okay, probably TMI, but I took care of myself. And then later on, like not like maybe an hour later, a reading comes on about like 18 and up stuff, and it's like, what the fuck? I don't need. Anyway, I know people are up in my like energies are all up in my space. I don't understand it. It's like, so anyway, I'm just trying to like, okay, what can I salvage out of this? And it's part of that is not ignorance, but is bliss, but like coming into the awareness of what surrounds you so that you can make the most out of that. So whether that be speaking the truth and telling them like it is, what we're reading here, it's, you know, it'll bring them down a notch, you know, because a lot of people don't like to hear. That's part of the reason why I don't have a lot of followers, is because, or like publicly known followers, because, you know, when they want to touch in, then they can, but they don't want me like 100% like, there's some kind of fear behind that, and that I might be able to read them more, but that's like, honestly, if spirit wants me to know, then they'll let me know, whether you're like part of the head count or not, whether you're lingering or not, whatever your intention is or not, they're gonna let me read if I, you know, need to know, or if they need to know. So obviously it's both, you know. So what should I say about this? You know, there's something like, okay, so this looks like almost like a vulva, right? Kind of like this person is all about the punani. That's the truth, right? But then at the same time, there's like something like playful about this character that's very like almost like two dolphins, you know? So they like to have fun, but like it doesn't always have to be about these side pieces. They're on the side for a reason. They're, you know, like they're not blocking his or her way. Yeah. So, the dolphin is an appropriate, what you call it, spirit totem for this creature. I mean, like, definitely. Do you see that? Yeah, there's like something angry about him or her. Like, you see that angry duck face? Like, but I don't know. That's what it looks like to me. So I'm going to leave it in this. This is something that I can salvage for myself. My ancestors are very much, oh, I need to get them something, are very much, you know, part of my journey, especially as it stands right now, because they were part of those that they're part of my sponsors. They've invested in me without like fully knowing me, while they were investing in something greater, you know, like a greater plan. So this is something to really look at. And you know, like when you do that, when you jump out of your current picture and you look at like the historic value of like inputs, it kind of takes you out of like the whole pettiness of the here and now and what he said, she said, etc. And I think that's like a saving grace. So let's go with that. Transparent tarot. Okay. Oh my dear. Okay. Oh my goodness. Please. Okay. I need to sit up. My legs are getting cramped. Oh, excuse me. Here. Okay. What do my ancestors want to say, or our ancestors want to say? Queen of Cups in reverse, Six of Pentacles in reverse, Seven of Pentacles in reverse, the Tower in reverse, and the King of Cups in reverse. What the hey? So we have counterparts, but they're on opposite sides, okay? Oh, it's harvesting time. Let me tell you. Let me show you how interesting this is. Okay, hopefully I can show you. Here. I'm going to try to line it up for you so you could kind of see. Oh, shit. Do you see that? Okay. So, looking at this first part, okay, harvesting time, because I'm showing you it on upright, okay? But, like, the Seven of Pentacles is in reversal. It's, Seven of Pentacles, it's in reversal. That's, it's we don't need to juggle, like, what we can do to make the most out of our time during waiting anymore. It is time to harvest, time to collect. Things have, things have grown. It's time. For the lady, okay, she's just balancing out her confidence, reciprocating by balancing out, like finding her own justice. She is, like me, giving back to self because she's given out too much to the world, and or the world has taken far too much. So it's time to take control back and get the power back and, fill her cup. Make sure that it's well maintained. Okay. And the way that these two are going to come together is, okay, you see the masculine, King of Cups, pretty much also doing the same, being more responsible with his love, not being so aggro, becoming more balanced. But how does he do that? He does it by going through with the cleanup of his tower moment, taking accountability and ownership for what that means as far as finding closure through general housekeeping, from that main event. Okay? Because that shit is something that he's not used to, but he's going to have to take command over. Otherwise, it remains like kind of broken within him, almost like a fragmented piece. And as you know, masculines, males, they like to go ahead and fix things, right? They're handyman. They are, it's different. When you vent with your girlfriends, it's like they're just listening. They're offering a listening ear. But then when you speak the same to a masculine, they're always trying to fix the problem. When, sometimes all women want is just somebody to, like, listen and empathize, that legitimize, like, validate the feelings exist as is, and they're just as valuable, that there's nothing wrong with that and there's nothing really to fix within that moment. So yeah, so both are due to recalibrate. That's what they're doing right now before the collab, before collecting, before harvesting, before connecting. And that's what you see with the bluebirds. It's almost tropical right there. Okay. Alright, anything else, angels of love and light? Oh my goodness, that's a lot. What's going on? Okay. Seven of Wands, Two of Cups, the Sun card, yep. Knight of Swords, King of Wands, Ten of Pentacles, and Knight of Pentacles. What is going on? Okay. Why are you switching back and forth? Holy shit, okay? Because when I saw this, it told me that I'd have to, like, kind of tilt it back to this, mode. So let's go back and forth. I think we have to go back and forth, okay? Shared space, fine. Okay, Knight of Pentacles takes some time to build the Ten of Pentacles. Let's see here. Just give me a second. There's two knights in here. Oh my gosh. No, there's two knights and a king. There's a lot of love interests here. Okay, let's just start with this. The 7 of Wands. Okay, it's keeping others out of the picture. So this masculine is a little aggro because he's definitely most wanted. Like attracts like, so he could only imagine what his feminine, his divine counterpart is facing as well, as far as like many interests, and trying to like knock people out of the picture. Like, don't even let them in. Oh, this guy is like really possessive. Either that, or he just like wants a complete clean slate, no interruptions. Okay. But yeah, definitely. He wants the 2 of Cups to happen. Union. Like, cheers, it's just us. Let's talk. Let's chill. You bring me so much happiness. We could have so much happiness together. So much happiness. So I kind of want to go aggro on this. Like, do you see that? This is the King of Wands. Like, you know what the King of Wands wants, right? But, you know, he's a king, so that's excellent. But like the King of Wands is devoted to making this thing happen, like aggro style, like whatever it takes. That's funny. Like, they have an agreement. If you can see it up close, I have to show you. It's hilarious. Look at the faces. Look at the faces. They have an agreement with each other. They have an agreement. That's hilarious. Very determined. Okay. Because not only is like there's absolute happiness, we're not just like talking the 10 of Cups. This is like otherworldly happiness. This is a cosmic happiness. This is definitely otherworldly, like to infinity and beyond. You know, it takes like what, years, or I don't know, hundreds, thousands of years. I don't even know what the number is like for the sun's light and warmth to get to Earth, for us to feel the vibes. This is absolutely like magnified happiness. You see? Like, it's bigger than the 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups is, you know, something in its more tangible state. Like something in the here and now, most immediate. It's almost like immediate gratification in its most absolute form. But this is like long lasting. This is like, this bursts through many lifetimes because of the distance, like how far it goes. Its reach. And that's what they see as, you know, the 2 of Cups. Do you see that? That's insane. Do you see how that lines up? It is insane. It's like 2 of Pentacles, like balance between both. That's insane. Okay. So this guy is willing to fight for that. Why am I reading this? I mean, it could just be a want. It doesn't necessarily mean like a follow through. I mean, this is what it's implying. But this is what's next. The 10 of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles. So there's a realization that when it comes to monetary form, that this is absolute wealth, you know. And thus health, because it you know, as far as the money thing, he realizes that it's going to take some time. That to put added pressure on that is going to cause, you know, stress, anxieties, and health related issues. So given that this person is willing to take the time in building the 10 of Pentacles, that is abundance within like the health and wellness factor as well. So that's interesting. Pretty serious. Like, I feel like sometimes, like, am I tapping into like the words and the like desires of another, or like the true intentions, not like the bullshit, okay? Not the verbatim script of this person, but the actual follow through. That's what I want, Spirit. Can we get some of that? Can we get some of that? Ancestors, turn it right back up. Ancestors, what do you have to say about this? You see what's going on behind the scenes on all sides. So, what's your input? 5 of Cups in reverse. 7 of Cups in reverse. 6 of Wands in reverse. I want to get clarifiers because I know what the initial message is. Usually, like 6 of Wands is in reverse is pending victory. And what dreams may come when it's in reversal. That they're not like substantial, just ready yet here. Following the 5 of Cups. This is not the initial state, but I'm looking at it more positively, okay? So 5 of Cups in reverse, it's being done with your guys and your goodbyes and saying it, you know, being able to move on. With the 2 of Cups. Yeah. Saying goodbye to like the old self. The implication that self is also a cup. So saying goodbye to old self. And then just picking up the last 2 cups as signified here, implied here. Okay, that's what the indication is for the higher self. That there is ability, there's maneuverability, or how do I say it? There's an ability to navigate what's going on here. Okay, the whole human experience versus where we are at and where we would like to be. Therefore, what dreams may come and success behind it pending. However, when we're looking at like the initial like patterning of how things have been, habits of like the human condition, the rhythm that people are used to, like hearing, like, you know, it's, this takes work, obviously. This takes focus. This takes discipline. This takes more than just a want or a desire. So, I forget, what was the initial then? Ancestors. That, this is like a pipe dream almost. Like even as this person, like we don't know how long this person is going to sit there. We don't know how long they're going to, you know, really think about things and ruminate and like just kind of lollygag and dream and, you know, ponder. Because hitting that pause button, like it can get stuck for sure. So hey, can we get some clarity on that? The ancestors are laughing. Okay. Clarity on this. Like the initial was like this person doesn't know what they want, and therefore like they don't really know what they truly want to adhere to just yet. They're stuck in the middle of things, okay? Because they are part of that 3rd cup right there. So that was the initial of it, but I almost forgot about it, speaking of it like in high regard, you know, the other part of it. Oh, wow. This is excellent. Okay. This is the Magician card with 2 dragons. We've been seeing a lot of dragon spirit totems rise again, and I haven't seen that like in the like there was like a hiatus of when like they were like resting, they were recuperating, and the fact that there's 2 intertwined is like a caduceus, but it's super powerful healing. This is the Magician, and seeing that like we're seeing the 2 of Cups there as well, like the implication of that. And then we have the freaking Ace of Cups. Do you see that? In upright. And then we have the Empress in upright. So, what they're saying is that there is a high possibility for this happening, whether it's with the person that I know or don't know just yet. So it may not even be for the person that I thought I was reading for, like all up in my space. It could be somebody that like I have yet to meet. Give me a second. I want to look at this. Hold on. Because you don't even know. Ouch. My legs. Holy shiz. Okay. That's crazy. The last 3 cards are like phenomenal. It's like the Magician, Ace of Cups, the Empress. Like, those are amazing cards. It's like a no-brainer to what to do on this. At least for the masculine. But for me, as the Empress, it's like, I'm at a prime state at the moment, there's still much learning and growing to happen. But do you see this scenic view? Do you see that? As freaking, like, it's a fairy tale. Do you see that? They're both that I haven't seen it like that. That's like the true Ace of Cups with usually it has a dove, which is like so gentle and so hopeful, but this is like aggro. This is like absolute. This is warrior status too, sharing the load. And okay, the candle just went out. So there are certainly some energies that are against this. Nothing we need to be really concerned about, honestly. It's just something to be aware of. Energies that are also up in our space, in our business. But that's beautiful. Like, I have to show you on this, like, it's beautiful. You see that? That's freaking amazing. I just want to keep those cards together. This is 100%. You see the, when we combine those previous 3 cards, it's like the 6 of Wands, which is victory, is almost cueing this, like, dream state. Like a cue ball, like kind of, it's like part of the wand almost. So once, this initiates with that, it's almost like a takeaway, as far as, victory. And then it leaves the 6 of Cups, which is a no-brainer. This is kinship. This is like soul tie relationship. And, when you're looking at that, it's like this person is just like, almost like in hanged man status, as far as looking at being in between things, that there is a certain value with being involved, like heavily involved within the decision-making process, knowing that like either way is going to affect him or her greatly. But the answer is obvious. The storyline is there. Like, I didn't even know what I was going to get, honestly. Okay, so ancestors. Anything else that you want to say? Ancestors of light and love. Ancestors of light and love. Is there anything else? Just this. 5 of Wands. So there are people who are kind of against this. But that's the natural 5 of Wands, okay? 5 of Wands is also about conflict, but this one squeezes it down to like a microcosmic level, okay? So it's like inner conflict in having a lot to hold, like almost being confused on which wand he wants to go with. So I guess this is very much player energy, you know, within the masculine sorts. So I don't need to like engage, honestly, because this is I get to be like just happy as is. Like there's nothing to it. Like this is super powerful to be like a mentor of in mastery of magic, like ancient magic even, and do that from the heart chakra. Like it's super powerful. It's so well balanced within Empress mode, having the divine feminine in all suits, all mastery, but also like being an active practitioner, like where you're like constantly engaging, constantly learning, constantly growing within the magician's suit. So also a mentor. It's how do I say it? It's like the lab portion of the high priestess, which obtains like in attempts to ground like high receptivity to the divine, you know, beyond the veil, a world that not many can tap into. So the lab portion is where it's like a doctorate type of lab, in being able to mentor, establish oneself, publicize the workings, real time, as a magician. And like you can't like just do that working from like solar plexus or root chakra, but the most amplified form that like empowers that is the Ace of Cups. The candle keeps going out, so there are a bunch of haters that like you see there's confusion a little bit because there's like unseen energies around that are like do you see that? Unseen like chicken head energies around, like trying to like mess with your mind, mess with your spirit, like manipulation of ancestors, can you provide a little bit more insight into like these interceptors, like what I don't know. Interception, like can you okay, so we have the Page of Swords. Yeah, these are this is definite. These are spies, liars, gossipers, people who abuse the information, highly irresponsible. And then the Nine of Wands. They're taking advantage of your weak points, like the portions where they know that you have like you need to build barriers, like stronger boundaries. So you know, you can't let them like constantly try to like touch at you, try to like get your attention. Like you have to gray rock them and be like it's not apologetic from your stance. It's just like not interested. Like I've upgraded, you know, my interests, my investments, you know, like you have to like really be firm with that because they're taking advantage of your weak points. And that also goes for me, like if like going to different readings, like trying to misalign the energies so that I would be misled. And that's not like, seriously, that's what happens at work when there's like one-on-one conversations, like meetings, versus what's written and what's shared at what given timing, and the routes that they use in order to communicate. Like they mix it up thinking that like I'm some junior level like misaligned idiot or something. I don't know what they think, but like that I won't figure it out. And it's quite obvious where they're coming from and what they're trying to do. So, you know, I'm a lot more aware of like what's real and what's not, because I also have the thank you ancestors, by the way. I also have the support from my divine team. I've built up the resistance and learnings from them. Like I've worked on my relationships with them, with the unseen. I've worked with them. And in some aspects for them. So like they grant me an insider scoop on like what's really going on. I just need to ask. I just need to remember like they're there. Okay, cut the deck. It is the Queen of Pentacles, 100%. This is the best mother in the deck. Who realizes that everyone has their learning processes to go through. Even the people that are absolutely like juvenile, like so irresponsible. They're gonna grow up, and their karma is going to make sure of it. The universe will show them like, you tampered with the wrong type of like situation. You're gonna learn. And so looking at this, it's like almost she's scrying into, this is the first time that I've got that. She's like scrying into that pentacle of hers, and it's like an Ace of Pentacles. She's almost palming it, you know, like it's game time, ready to go. And this is the best mother in the deck. Okay, so she's already given birth, right? And she can now see it in its tangible state, like she's seeing it come into fruition. So the power is in her hands and in her focus. Like, do you see that lineup? Absolutely. Okay, top of the deck is 17. It's a star card. Absolutely. Do you see that? Pentacle. This is cosmic. Do you see? That's the first time I've gotten that. So it's like, it's whatever she's investing in. It's cosmic. It's like out of this fucking world. And then bottom of the deck is 4. It's the Emperor. It's Spirit. It's in reversal. So like Spirit's like still surveying what's going on. This is crazy, Spirit. Like for real. This is like the same thing that happened in the other deck. This is a lay of the land. You know? Do you see that? That's crazy. These are establishments. This is like near and far. This is insane. This is so insane. I love it, Spirit. Thank you, angels. Thank you, ancestors and cosmic families. Thank you, Dragon Spirit Totem. Thank you, Spirit Guides. Freaking amazing. Now it is time for bananagrams. Thank you, Spirit. That's crazy. Okay, we only got a few here. So H fell on Spirit. Okay. ECEEABRAIZO. Bach. What is that? It's the like classical music. Bach. I have to listen to it because I don't know what. Yeah. Ibiza? What is that? Is that a place? EBIZA? Is that a place? Let me look that up. Okay, give me a second. I don't think, let me just double check, okay? I don't know. I mean, so I think I've seen it spelled with an E, but it's Ibiza, excuse me. So that's someplace in Spain. But even the lay of the land kind of looked like very much urbanized, like kind of like that, but not too much industrialized. Anyway. I don't know. I have zebra. Okay, so there's that. I was like, how am I gonna use this Z? So zebra, earning your stripes, and like, it's being very like different, unique, within your own make. And like those people that have like, I don't know if you would call it a skin condition, but it's like different colors like splotched onto them, like it's a melanin type of, I forget what it's called, but a lot of celebrities who have that are known to just like, they're like models, and they've come to appreciate that condition, that it, or how they come out, like how they're not changing one single thing about them. It's not because like they can't, or it's seeing the beauty in your current true make. And there's something very, very, very desirable about that. And not just because of like the like rebellious type of attitude, because factually they're correct. So it's being able to like open the world's eyes based on your own inputs, both like innate and like standing ground, like being firm on it. Let me see here. Am I gonna put Bach? I don't know what music. I mean, like what I don't know them by heart, like the classics. But Bach is a strong one. Oír, so O-I-R. I think that's to hear in Spanish. We could put air for like the sword suit. Our thoughts. I think that's very important. Our mental state. It could also mean like getting a breath of fresh air as well. There's 2 E's. Okay, so I think the other part is going to be a scenic view. They're building foundations, like, and looking like around, the sunset as well. So, yeah. I feel like that. You can either stack them or keep them within the horizons. But I think stacking them builds us closer to the sun. Therefore, kind of expedites its power within its frequency, its proximity. So I think there's more value in that, because that's the implication of needing stronger foundations, reliable ones, because there's that added weight and volume. Let's see here. I think that's it. Give me a second. Okay, so there is what we were looking at, and I think that's it. So thanks very much for joining me. Thank you again to my divine team. How excellent that is. Like, wow. All right, bye for now.